Okay, next video, the video I just did, that's just uploading now. I know this video will be uploaded quite a bit later than the last video, because the last video was quite long, and it said it'll take 200 and something minutes to upload to YouTube, so that's what you get for high quality video. The software I was going to show you today is this Electronic Training Simulator by Vices Tech LLC, version 1.1. This is the 30-day trial I'm using, so the paid one is quite a bit better. So if I turn on the voltmeter to direct current volts, alternating current isn't available. So if I turn it to direct current volts, DC, and put the red testing probe, I can either use a fuse, a 15 amp fuse or not, but I'm not going to. Put it on there, and get this black one and put it there, and turn on the master switch. That's putting out 12 volts, so I managed to work out that that's the positive and that's the negative 12 volts. Sorry. So yeah, I worked out 12 volts, so if I turn that off, turn the master power off, I can select a wire colour. So I'm not going to have purple because that's rather gay. Green's quite good, so just for the sake of it, I'll use I won't bother using a fuse. So you have to hold in the mouse and move the wire. So first we'll try an LED. So say if I have a straight line going to this speaker, it's in the way of all this. So what I can do, I can curve it. I can curve that there, and then curve the cable there. So I've got a nice neat setup. And to delete a wire, right click, delete wire. So this wire here, going to the LED bulb, I'll take the wire to the earth point. There we go. I'll just curve the cable, and if I turn on the master power, the LED will come on. Look, see, it's dark now, it's on. It's not very bright, and you can see the switch open and closes like a gate. So what I'm going to do now, delete this wire, and I'm going to leave the master switch on, and this time I'm going to join up a switch, so I can leave the master switch on and turn the LED on separately. So if I take some more power and go to this red LED, to this, no, I'll go to another switch actually, and now to the motor, to the earth. Then if I flick this switch, as you can see, the motor will start spinning, and you can run multiple things off. You can run multiple things off one power. So if I join this speaker up, then to the motor. There we go. And if I flick the switch, this will be quite loud. or not. The motor will spin and the speaker makes a speakery noise. Okay. And I can tell that speaker to shut up. I think the motor's spinning fast and now it's getting more power. I'm not sure. So I'll turn the LED on and the motor on. And if I turn on the voltmeter, if I go in between, actually I'll go in between the switch and the earth point. The voltage in between there has dropped by a little bit because the motor's using some of the power. So if I click File, Save, I can save this in this folder I created, but I don't really need to save this. So if I create a new empty, I don't know what you call it, virtual workbench? I don't know. I'm going to turn the master switch off, and I'm not going to bother with the fuse because I think it might blow. I'm going to go to the first LED, to the second LED, and to the first switch. From the first switch to the second switch, from the second switch to the third switch. I'll just turn those off. Then I'm going to go to the motor, then to the speaker, then to the earth. Make these wires look a bit more like wires rather than pencil lines. If I turn on the master switch, turn on the first switch, the second switch, and the third switch, yeah, the motor isn't spinning as fast. And the speaker, that's not made any difference. If I go there and put that there, 12 volts in between last switch, 10 volts, and if I earth it just after the motor, that's quite a power loss. If I go here, yeah, it's still 12 volts coming from there and there. Peace and quiet. I wonder what happens if I put a wire from there to there. Do you think it'll yep, it blew the fuse. That's actually quite funny. I didn't try that yesterday. If I delete this wire, yeah, the fuse fixes itself. Delete the wire. If I hook a fuser. Let's see if this blows it. No, didn't blow it. But that does. Fuse blown. So yeah, that's this electronic training simulator. I think in the full version you can change this, and there's a different set of boards, I think. I'm not sure. But well, that's it. There's nothing else to say. Except from this funny fuse blowing. Yeah. I did have a mess around with these relays and didn't seem to do much. I mean, I didn't seem to get very far. I think if I spent quite a long time fiddling around, I could probably do quite a complicated thing. Can't tell whether that motor's going any faster. Just experimenting to see what this does. No, it doesn't change anything. Error. Apparently there's no amps, but yeah. If I open, just to show you that you can open and save projects. This is one I did a couple of days ago. So I left the master switch on, so I could still use this and have separate switches. So yeah. So that's ETS, Electronic Training Simulator. I would recommend trying it, even if you don't, well, if you really don't like electrics, don't bother. Well, you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't like electrics, but if you know, quite like electric things, you know, if you quite like building circuits and finding out stuff about electrics, or just generally like trying out different software, go and download it. I'll leave a link in the description. I'll try and get I'll leave a link to the website, then I'll leave another link to the download part of the website, and that's it. Yeah. See you for another video of probably Oracle VM VirtualBox. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna show. I've got a Windows 98 virtual machine, a virtual XP machine, which I cannot use because I haven't activated it. I'll have to find a product key on the internet. macOS, Linux, Ubuntu, I've already done a video of that, I think, I'm not sure. And Ping iOS, it's a, what should I say, modified Linux Ubuntu. What, no, people, one person, OS developers, they basically downloaded Linux Ubuntu and modded it and changed it as much as they possibly could to create Ping iOS. Let me tell you, it's a brilliant operating system. I've got to do a review of it and show you and leave a download and show you how to install things on VirtualBox, even though there's loads of other videos on YouTube. And I just like to do one on my own to try and get as many likes and subscribes as possible. So yeah, this video is quite long and quite a big file, so yeah, see you in the next video.